I crept into my brother's room.
3, 1, 2.
His toes were sticking out of the end of his bed.
Is she gonna bite him? Don't! Was that the bite of 87? My Story Animated. Reaction time. Guys, I have something really relatable to say to you. Don't you just hate it when your girlfriend eats scorpions for breakfast to become poisonous?
Wow!
I think we all know that one person that eats scorpions for breakfast to become poisonous.
There's always that one person that eats scorpions for breakfast to become poisonous. Like, what the heck?
I love reacting to these animations, but as always, you know, I know we poke fun at them, but they still are the ones making the animation, so be sure to check out My Story Animated, alright? Let's get it going.
Most people eat toast or cereal for breakfast, but I'm not
But not me! I'm weird as crap!
most people. I eat scorpions for breakfast.
Why
You see,
do you
my
do
brother had an
that?
accident. He was helping my dad fix the roof on our house, but then he fell. He hit his head really badly, and the doctors thought he would die, but he survived.
He woke up with a evil expression. Look at that! Oh, and he got into heavy
so hard
metal.
on the ground that he's now completely brain damaged. It's hard for me to say this, but I don't feel safe around him. Right after it happened and he got discharged from the hospital, our parents went out to buy some groceries. They left me home alone with him, and I was listening to music in my room.
Was it heavy
Suddenly,
metal?
I felt something sharp on my ankle, and when I looked down, my brother was biting me.
See, this is why I love these stories so much. You start them thinking that she's just gonna talk about the scorpions, yet this has nothing to do with the scorpions. I find it almost impossible to relate the scorpions to her brother biting her ankles. What the heck are these stories? I mean, I know when people get brain damage, they don't do things that they normally do for obvious reasons, but in this case, I don't blame her for not feeling safe.
He bit so hard, he actually drew blood. I screamed, but he wouldn't let go.
My brother is a
I eventually had
vampire.
to swing my leg back and forth so that he'd stop. It was like he'd become a wild animal.
I realized that wasn't necessary, but I thought we needed another visualization there.
I told my parents about it as soon as they got home, and they shouted at me. They told
Why?
me I was
Of
supposed
course
to look
they
after
would.
him and that it's not his fault, that it'll take time for him to go back to normal.
Oh
well,
my god.
time passed and things just got worse.
It's your
I
fault he wants
eventually
human
installed
flesh.
a lock on my bedroom door because I'd woken up so
That was
many
more than
times
a
to
lock.
find him wandering into my room. It
Oh.
freaked me out so much.
You know, I think we know what the real culprit here is. It's the heavy metal music, okay? Gosh darn it. I'm so fed up. And I think us parents should all march on Facebook and we should do something about it. We should just say no to heavy metal music all the time. It's the heavy metal's music's fault that the Fortnite...
What?
It freaked me out so much. It was so bad that my friends stopped coming over to hang out. They said my brother was
don't blame
terrifying.
them. I'm sorry.
If only they knew. I'd
But
lie
why
in
do you
bed at
eat
night
scorpions,
listening to him
though?
Screaming and laughing and banging his fists on my wall. If I hadn't been so afraid, I'd have felt sorry for him. But then I'd look down at my ankle and see the scar from the bite, and I realized I had to do something to
Is he
protect
poisonous?
myself. I suggested they move him to a facility for people with brain damage, and my dad said that if I didn't shut up, he'd put me in a facility.
Shut up. You just shut up, okay? We will let our little Johnny listen to heavy metal music, okay? Even though it's influencing him in bad ways. She's like, oh yeah? All right. I'm gonna go eat some scorpions.
I'd only look out for myself then. If he
Oh my
hurt them
God,
too,
she's gonna-
then it was their fault.
She's gonna kill
One
him.
day I was babysitting him, and he kept
Ooh.
glaring at me. His eyes were rolling around, and he looked like he wanted to kill me.
He wants some of that meat. Oh, that's
I tried
bad.
to distract myself by watching TV, and that's when a nature documentary caught my attention. It was about scorpions, specifically bark scorpions. The most
Could you imagine like someone hearing a bark? Like you invite some friends over and they hear barking in the other room. It's like, oh, you have a dog? No, it's just my scorpion. And then they all leave. I didn't know there was such a thing as a bark scorpion. That's just funny to me.
US. Their sting can lead to numbness and vomiting for up to 72 hours.
Oh,
I don't
that's
know
not
why,
fun.
But after watching the show, I couldn't stop thinking about it. What would it be like to be that poisonous? In that moment, I almost envied those scorpions.
No
one could hurt
way.
them. I started researching, and the next day I went out to try and find one. I'd never seen one in real life before, but I knew exactly where I could
She's
find
gonna join
one.
the
show
Avengers. This
said
is
they
the-
liked citrus trees and
The retelling of Spider-Man, except Scorpio Girl. Like, is that what she's doing? She's literally trying to become Scorpion Girl. Why does she want to become poisonous, though? To make matters worse, I think that the story's gonna say she actually is going to become poisonous. That is the title, after all. No, this doesn't work.
Right
I don't
down the
think this
road,
is
there was a
possible.
citrus farm. I went there after school and asked the man who owned
Hey, you
the
got
farm
some
if
bark
I could take a walk
scorpions?
around. He seemed suspicious and asked me if I was
He
planning
should
on
be.
stealing his fruit. I said, no, I just want to find some scorpions, actually. He looked
I just want to let
shocked.
them bite
Then he
me
asked me to
or
follow
sting
him.
me.
He
Bite
led me
me. Scorpions, I know they don't bite. I wouldn't say something stupid like that. You didn't hear that.
the back of a big shed and pointed towards a tank. Inside were dozens of
Oh,
scorpions.
he keeps
I
scorpions.
couldn't believe it. I ran
This
over
is
and
the
stuck
origin
my nose
story
up
of
against the glass.
Scorpio
It looked
girl.
so cool. Can I buy some? I asked him. Buy? Huh. You can have them for free. Saves me killing them later. Poisonous, nasty things that they are, he said.
So he
That
traps
day
them? Why
was
doesn't he just
my
kill them
lucky day.
immediately?
He put them into a shoebox for me and told me to be really careful because if they stung me, I could die. I walked home with the box and found an old fish tank we had. I put them all in there, but as I was
Oh,
pouring
be
them
careful.
in, one of them got away. Without
She's
even
pouring them all stupid. She's all pouring them like on herself, basically. Oh, it's gonna bite her brother, isn't it?
thinking, I jumped on it. Ooh, I heard the crunch sound and I shivered. And then I had another thought. I'd read that you could eat them. My parents weren't home yet, and my brother was at our grandma's, so I went downstairs and poured some oil into a pan. Then I fried the scorpion and
Why? Why is she doing these things? I don't understand how any of this relates. She even knows she's a freak. She's wearing an apron that says it. I heard, I heard you can eat them. Just because you heard that doesn't mean you should do that, you weirdo.
and cut off its stinger. I couldn't believe it. I was actually about to eat a scorpion. I even filmed myself. I could be
Get the
famous,
lights
I
right.
thought. It tasted like popcorn.
That's somehow, okay.
I swallowed it in a few bites.
Did she
and
say
thought,
that-
I could be
what'd she say?
famous, I thought. It tasted like popcorn. I swallowed
She's
it in
trying
a
to be
few
Billie
bites and
Eilish with the
waited to see if
spider
anything
thing?
happened, but I felt fine. I decided to upload
Look at
the
social
video
media,
to my
though.
Instagram. I only had like 50 followers, but still.
Great, she's gonna be known as the Scorpion Girl her entire life. That's what she wants to be known for.
And then later that night, I decided to try something. I crept into my brother's room.
3, 1, 2.
His toes were sticking out of the end of his bed.
Is she gonna
I
bite
fell
him?
on his
Don't!
pillow and
Was that the bite of 87?
waited. It was just a little bite. I wanted to see if I was poisonous now, but instead, something worse happened. He kicked me in the face. My nose started bleeding. He didn't even know he'd done it. He was still asleep. So much for being poisonous.
What the heck? That farmer lied to me. I'm pretty sure I heard him say that if you eat a scorpion, you're gonna become Scorpion Girl and I would be the next Marvel superhero. I mean, I'm leaving a bad review on his farm. Whatever. He'll never sell another scorpion again. This has gotta be, I mean, and I even thought that, the share my story video of the 10 kids. I thought that was ridiculous, but this is ridiculous. Who comes up with this? Is this based off of a true story? It says it's a true story. Maybe we gotta pull a lore inside and look up some of these stories because, I gotta see the girl that wanted to become venomous.
More and try again. The next morning, I woke up and I was actually craving scorpions. We had phys ed that day, and the
Help
show
this
had
girl.
said they were a good protein source. This time, I chose a
Yeah, for
smaller one.
survival
I
or
was
something?
So scared my mom would walk in, so I did it as quickly as possible. But
Poor
then I
scorpion.
heard someone on the stairs. It was my brother. Oh no! I quickly turned the gas off and threw
Oh no, you can hear him barking.
the scorpion in my mouth.
Oh,
it was still
she-
moving, and I was about to spit it out, but it was too late. It was
Oh, it's
crawling
gonna
down my
sting your
throat. Ooh, I
insides.
felt like I was gonna choke. I grabbed a glass of water and washed it down. Well,
That would hurt
it
so
was
bad.
inside me now. There was nothing I could do about it. My brother spat his tongue out at me, and suddenly I grabbed him and told him to never do that again.
Oh my god! I don't know what it was, but when I ate a scorpion, I somehow had the confidence of a scorpion. I somehow I just wanted to bark. And you know what I even did next? I started putting my butt up against people trying to sting them. It was the craziest thing.
Never do that again. I'd never done that before, and it shocked me. I didn't know I was even capable of speaking to him like that.
He's
And
brain
then I
damaged,
bit
for
him
God's
again.
sakes, and then you're
This time
biting-
He was awake, and he felt it. His face started to go
Oh.
red, and I was sure I'd poisoned him. But instead,
This
he
is so
started
stupid.
screaming and ran to wake up Mom and Dad. Well, at least he'd run away and not bitten me back. Maybe it was working
he's
after all.
poisoned now.
But
He's gonna
oh my
die.
Gosh, I hadn't cut the stinger off. I'd eaten a scorpion that was semi-raw and that still had its stinger on it. Now I was
Oh,
probably going to be
no.
vomiting. Suddenly, I had this weird feeling wash over me. It wasn't sickness, though. It was power. I
Oh.
was the one in control now, not my brother. Maybe this
Dude,
was
she's
how
becoming a
to protect
superhero, like I
myself.
said.
So that's why I started eating scorpions for breakfast every morning. It was too risky to cook them in the kitchen, so I decided to just eat them raw. I mean, I'd had no bad side effects, although I always cut the stinger off. I'm not that stupid. I ate a particularly big scorpion one morning, and then at school that day, I heard two girls whispering about.
I was wondering why I had such low energy. I didn't eat a big enough scorpion. And then she proceeds to go to school.
Oh, I'm big and tough now. I ate the biggest scorpion ever this morning. You're gonna get it.
The scorpion watching this video right now, dislike. I gotta say, you know, I really do think this is the most ridiculous story that we've ever reacted to so far, and I love it.
About my brother when I walked by. Even though my brother annoyed me.
Poor brother, he's
wasn't
clearly
his
like not
fault.
right.
So I decided to get them back for this. The next day, I watched as they opened their lockers at exactly the same time. I'll never forget their
Oh no,
screams.
she's
They echoed
attacked with
through
her
the corridor,
scorpions
and
now.
one of the scorpions actually looked like it was chasing them. I laughed so hard. Although, it meant I wasted 2
Relatable.
of them. Oh well, plenty more where they came from. It was crazy that I felt fine eating them. I actually enjoyed them. Some people were apparently allergic to their venom, so I was relieved I wasn't one of them. My favorite thing was to dip them in peanut butter. Their claws got all
Oh, and this makes me mad because I love peanut butter, you freak! How could you do this to me? I cannot, I gotta say, I cannot wait to read the comments, but I really hope she just grows a stinger too. I just want this story to go full
stuck
crazy.
together, and that way they wouldn't pinch my tongue. That night, when I got home, I found my brother in my room. I'd been so excited about taking the scorpions to school, I'd forgotten to put the lock back on my door. I caught him just as he was about to open my scorpion tank.
Oh, look, she's squaring up again. She must have had a scorpion this
I
morning.
ran over and pulled him onto the ground.
Oh
but
my
it was too
God.
late. One of the scorpions was about to escape. Before my brother could
So
touch
just-
it, I grabbed it, and then I felt it. It was worse
It finally
than
stung
any
her.
pain I'd ever felt in my life. It started in the palm of my hand, and then it shot through my whole body. It had stung me. Maybe I was allergic after all. Oh no, I was going to die, and my brother didn't even know how to call an ambulance.
Wait, you never said you would die. She never once said in the symptoms that you would die. She just said you would throw up for 72 hours. Sure, that could cause death, but I mean, I'm just saying, okay, a little bit of a discrepancy. A little bit of a discrepancy there. I keep messing up on my words. I should have had another scorpion this morning.
I started screaming at him, and he just laughed. And then just before I passed out, I saw him walking towards the tank.
Oh
I
no,
woke
not
up
the
in
scorpions are gonna
hospital,
get him
alone.
too.
My parents weren't even there. And then I looked over to my left, and there was my brother. But he was also lying in a hospital bed, and his eyes were closed. My parents suddenly came in and saw me waking up and started crying. And then they started shouting. They asked why I had scorpions in my room. And then they told me that my brother had been stung by one too, and he was still unconscious. This was a
I
disaster.
never would have
All I
saw this
wanted was
coming.
to feel poisonous, and I'd ended up poisoning myself and my brother. And if he didn't survive, I'd never live with myself. I was feeling okay,
Oh,
so
thank
I
God he
decided to
survived.
take a walk and get some fresh air. I saw some familiar faces walking towards me, and then I realized who they were. It was the 2 girls from school that I
Oh, no.
parents. They
You mean she actually told on her?
What are the odds that that was gonna happen?
asked where my parents were. Then they went crazy. The one girl's dad started shouting at them, saying they were the most irresponsible parents on the planet, and that I could have killed their daughter.
I mean,
Didn't
their
understand how
kids
they
did do
could
some pretty bad
have done
things,
it,
to be
and then
fair.
I remembered the video I'd uploaded.
Oh
I
my-
watched it.
Yeah,
My
she
parents
uploaded a
just sat there
video.
Speechless, gripping onto my brother's hands.
Oh,
Then one of the
God.
girls said, "See, her brother is a total
No, a total what?
freak. I bet he ate a scorpion too, and that's why he's here." My mom stood up, and I thought she was going to grab
Oh,
the girl
no.
and shake her. But then
Oh,
she turned to
no.
me and said, "You ate a
I love
what?"
their
Then the girl
stance.
showed my mom the video, and my mom looked horrified. She started crying and wouldn't even look at me. After my parents
That's what happens when you give
apologized
kids
on my behalf
TikTok.
and the girls and their parents left, I could hear my mom whispering to my dad, "She's even more crazy than our son is. How did this happen? Call the doctor." I didn't even have time to grab my stuff and run out.
Wait, they're all squaring up though, stop.
A whole group of doctors cornered me and tied me to the bed. Then they wheeled me off to another part
She's
of the
like the
hospital.
Hannibal
I was
now.
screaming the whole way there.
Okay, she did bite her brother's toes in the middle of the night. What a freaking... It's so weird.
Suddenly, I was in a room with no windows, and even the walls were padded. Did they think I was insane? I
You
couldn't
are
believe it.
insane!
How ironic. It was my brother who was insane, and I'd done this to protect myself, but now they thought it was me who was a lunatic.
You
My
are-
video went viral. Everyone was so freaked out by how excited
Oh my
I
God,
was
it's
as
worse
bit
than I
into that
thought.
first scorpion I ever tasted. My
I ate a
brother
scorpion.
eventually woke up, and he was okay, thankfully. My parents took him home, but they left me at the hospital. I spent a whole month in the
so
psychiatric
sad.
ward before they released me. Looks like my dad kept his word. He really did put me in a facility. At school now, it's not my brother people whisper about, it's me, and it's all my fault. I can't explain it, but I actually miss the taste of the scorpions. But I don't think I'm ready to eat another one anytime soon. Maybe
Yikes
next year.
indeed.
What do you think of my story? Please share your comments below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more stories.
I think I have no words. Her poor brother was brain damaged, which explains why he would act like that. I mean, imagine her being around special needs people, which essentially that's what her brother was. And she was like, what's wrong with him? I don't understand why he's acting like this. What do you mean he had brain damage? Like, that's not that bad. Here, have a scorpion. She's one of those girls that thinks scorpions will heal everything. Like some people think bee stings can heal everything. I saw that episode, King of the Hill. It doesn't work, and neither does the scorpions. She looks so normal, but she's not. All right, we gotta read some of those comments. This is how many people want to slap her parents. Her parents really weren't that bad. I honestly think, okay, I'm gonna be the devil's advocate here and say her parents really weren't in the wrong here. Are you telling me 13,000 people want to eat a scorpion? It's not her or her brother that's insane, it's the parents. What? Was I the only one watching it? I'm not stupid, leaves her room open with mentally ill brother living right next to her. That's what I'm saying. She's so stupid. And we all just gonna ignore the fact that she bit her brother's toe in the middle of the night. Like, that is the weirdest crap I've ever seen. These parents didn't care about their daughter. All they cared about is their son. The dad warned her, don't stop, get some help. And she literally made so many stupid decisions. I'm just saying. My pet spider got me pregnant. Now my mom kicked me out. Is this the most ridiculous story so far? I think so, but maybe they'll top it. Now we gotta look it up. Is it real? Girl who ate scorpions. Oh my god, it is real. Sorta.
Dale.
Oh, nope. It's safe to say that it's probably based off of sort of a true story, but something tells me some of it is a little made up, but again, I don't really care because I love the ridiculousness and I hope they keep making even more ridiculous animations. So be sure to check out my story. And if you are a scorpion indeed, I'm sorry, I should have said something before we watch. I'm so insensitive. Today's scrub of the day goes to just some guy without a mustache. There has yet to be a scrub of the day that has hit me so hard than your username. It's so hard for me to grow a mustache. My true story. I couldn't grow a mustache, so I ate a scorpion in hopes that I would. Didn't follow directions enough, I died. Smash like, please.